Hey friends, this is Dan Keller, your mortgage advisor at New American Funding, and I'm really excited to share this information with you. You know, we just wrapped up 2015. We're well on our way into 2016, and a lot is going on, from the Fed making the Fed rate hike announcement to whatever's going on over in China and Korea and in Russia. You know, it does affect the markets here in the U.S. Rates are trending down here in January, much opposite of what a lot of scholars and economists predicted would happen here in 2016. About 2 weeks ago, I had the opportunity to sit down with one of the top real estate professionals that I've ever had a chance to work with. He's also the co-host of Seattle Real Estate Radio, and that's Christian Nossum with Wilson Realty Exchange. And we talked about 2015 year in review. We talked about what to expect in 2016. You know, and I kind of drilled Christian on, is this a good time to buy now? Or sell now, or should we wait typically into what sellers and buyers typically do, wait until the spring? So I want you to come on in. I want you to watch this short interview. I think you're going to like it. I look forward to being a resource to you in 2016. I want to be your lender. If you're a real estate professional watching this, I want to work with you. If you're a homeowner or a home buyer, I want to be your mortgage resource in 2016, okay? Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome. My name is Christian Nossum. I'm a local Seattle real estate agent, and I'm also co-host of Seattle Real Estate Radio.
And I'm Dan Keller, a Seattle area mortgage banker and the other host of Seattle Real Estate Radio.
And we just want to give everybody a quick recap of 2015, what happened in the real estate market here in Seattle, and I guess greater Puget Sound. So real quick, some stats. In general, or I guess overall, kind of the whole Puget Sound area, we went up about 7.6%.
It's pretty darn good.
Yeah, not too shabby.
Yeah, that's not bad. As far as mortgage rates, we saw a floor last year of about 3.75% and a ceiling of about 4.5%, which is pretty normal in a one-year span. The big difference was they stayed low, which is good.
Yeah, exactly. So some of the hottest markets in the Seattle area, so on the Seattle side, North Seattle was really where it was at. That's where the most competition was. So we're talking Green Lake, Fremont, Wallingford, Ravenna, Maple Leaf, View Ridge. Those neighborhoods in the Seattle area were the most hot. On the east side, it was actually Redmond, and then south of I-90. That's south of I-90 in Bellevue, I should say. That's where the most competition was.
A couple of the big myths, though, that we were able to prove wrong, if you will.
Help people understand.
Help people better understand was that it's difficult to qualify for a mortgage. And the opposite was actually true. Fannie Mae and FHA actually loosened their guidelines in 2015 and will be doing so again in 2016.
Yeah, and on the real estate side, on the purchase side, the biggest myth I kept hearing was it's impossible to get a house. Obviously, that's not true. If it was impossible to get a house, why do you keep seeing all these sold signs going up after 3 or 4 days on the market? So
yeah, and you certainly sold a lot of houses in 2015.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, and yeah, I mean, for example, one of our clients, obviously Dan did the loan on it. I helped them get the house. There was 34 other offers, so it's obviously extremely competitive. They had less than 20% down, and that's a big thing. You don't need 20% down. It's great if you have it, but if you don't have it, it's not the end of the world. You can still beat out all cash offers or people that don't have 20%.
Yeah, and strategy in that point, in that situation, strategy mattered. So what about 2016?
So 2016, my predictions and what I've kind of seen in general, what everyone's kind of saying, in the Seattle area, I'm thinking 7 to 9% increase in prices. What are you seeing in interest rates?
Well, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and the Mortgage Bankers Association are predicting that interest rates, this is a presidential candidacy year, so they're predicting that rates could go up to about 5 to 5.5%. That's 30-year fixed rate mortgage. So right now, as we wrap up 2015, we're at about 4.25. So I think we can prepare for maybe a 1% increase in rates this year, which kind of brings us to wrapping up the 2016 predictions, the cost of waiting. So basically, if you were to decide to sign a 1-year lease agreement today and wait a year,
so you want to save more money or whatever.
Yeah.
You want to get that 20% down payment.
Yeah. At 7 to 9% appreciation on a $500,000 house, you're going to pay about $50,000 more for a house, right?
Yep.
And if rates go up a full percentage point, we actually have broken this down. It's going to cost you approximately $640 a month by waiting.
More. Yeah.
More by waiting, yeah.
Pretty crazy. So it might not really be worth it to wait. I mean, everybody's situation is different. If you want to figure out what your situation is, obviously feel free to reach out to us. But
well, and our best advice is tune in Mondays at 3 o'clock.
Exactly.
Seattle Real Estate Radio on KKOL 1300 AM Business Radio, where we talk about this on a weekly basis.
every single week.
Tune in.